Straight from Silicon Valley, 3 generations of venture capitalists and 1 guest judge equals
Meet the Drapers! Imagine that. They wanted another season.
Entrepreneurs pitch.
$1 billion lost every year. We were both wandering aimlessly.
The judges ask the questions.
So what's special about you guys?
Why will this stay on your platform?
But here is the twist. You, the viewers, get to invest for equity. This is your chance to own a piece of the next big idea. To invest in a company, go to meetthedrapers.com. Find them in this week's Entrepreneurs, and you can invest. You can share in their future success.
Let's take a look at what's happening behind the scenes.
My name's Ladar Levison. I'm the CEO and founder of Lavabit.
I'm Richard Delgado, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Lavabit.
We're all about providing and advancing secure communications. Our focus is on building a federated encryption standard that will protect people's email.
We've traded our privacy for convenience, and we're trying to take back that power.
The biggest challenge was probably with the Department of Justice over the encryption key for the company because they wanted to get into Edward Snowden's email account. In turning it over, I would have compromised the privacy of active users, so instead I decided to suspend operations and rewrite the mail protocols. And that just presents all sorts of technical challenges to live in this interconnected world that we're in, but still do it in a way where you retain control over who can read your messages.
One of the reasons that we're certainly here and so excited is to meet with Tim Draper. His interest in cryptocurrencies and just being a trailblazer and pioneer for all things tech. We think he's the natural fit for us for an investor.
He already has a background in email and he loves cryptography.
Welcome to Meet the Drapers. So give us your pitch.
Thank you. My name's Ladar Levison. I'm the CEO and founder of Lavabit. This is my co-founder, Richard Delgado. He handles all the money and stuff. Our job is about building platforms that make encryption automatic and accessible to the average person. Last year, there were 74 trillion emails sent between approximately 3.7 billion people. Email is the most important written form of communication on this planet. And yet, you get more privacy and more security by dropping a postcard in the mailbox down the street than you do by sending an email. Our job is to build a new generation of protocols, because you have to remember, email was created before the World Wide Web. It was created all the way back in the 1970s, and those same protocols are with us today.
Online terminals are devices through which a person communicates directly with a computer, either to give it information or to ask for and receive the results of a transaction.
Security is really an afterthought. So what we set about doing 3 years ago was reinventing those protocols, and I think we've done that. We've created a new generation of protocols that's more secure, more versatile than anything on the market today. So we're out here seeking capital so that we can expand our development team and really build out our full implementation, because we want to go beyond email. We sort of see email as the heart of your digital identity.
How does the technology work? Typing in an email, I'm about to send an email. I send an email, goes, where is your security piece? And then where are all these other pieces that you're talking about?
So what we've done is we've integrated the ability for your software to look up the encryption key of the person that you're sending a message to and tell you, does this person support end-to-end encryption or not? But fundamentally, it looks up to see if the other domain supports encryption. And if it's a secure domain, your mail client will tell you. And if you're about to send out an unencrypted message, it'll tell you that too. You know, we like to think that if Hillary Clinton was using our software, there may not have been a scandal during the last election.
So the Lavabit story is very well documented.
Edward Snowden cared enough to use a service called Lavabit to protect his message.
And so the government came and said, we want all the incoming and outgoing information from his account.
Ladar, facing this circumstance, made the really tough decision to shut down his entire company to try to actually deliver a degree of security and privacy to his customers.
We fundamentally believe that everyone deserves the innate right to privacy and freedom, and that's where we are. We're freedom fighters, essentially. All one has to do is look at the jaw-dropping headlines that we've just seen to see exactly how dire these problems are. And that's what we're trying to do, is restore privacy back into modern communications.
Isn't security and convenience a zero-sum game as far as consumers go?
It's a difficult problem.
Sure.
You know, there's this trade-off. They say the more automatic you make something, the less secure it is. And that's why it took us 3 years, because we really had to develop things from the ground up. And I like to think that what we did is gave you the most amount of security you can get while keeping it automated.
In case you sent me an email If I had to forward your email to Tim or Andy, would they be able to see that email or no?
Because you forwarded it, it would be wrapped in another layer of encryption, which would encapsulate the information necessary to decrypt the original message, as long as you were on a compatible system.
As a user, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, great, it's going to be secure and all that stuff, but I'm going to keep getting these messages. Would you like to send this on a non-secure thing? If I were in the CIA, that would matter a lot more than just being in the venture business.
You say that until you get hacked, and then you'll be coming to us in a hurry.
I'm surmising that if we were on a Microsoft Exchange, maybe some of us on Gmail, I'm surmising that the mail server needs to be Lavabit compatible.
Yes, at the most basic level.
So you probably have to do some major business development deals, because these guys kind of monopolize.
And we've already started that process, but you know, we're also working on an Exchange plugin. There are ways of integrating these protocols into other platforms, and what we really hope is to develop our platform and use the security and encryption as a way to disrupt the existing players like Exchange, like the big cloud providers.
How do you make money?
Well, we have a subscription model right now.
Oh, you have customers?
Yes, we have over 100,000 customers right now.
Why did you decide to restart the business after shutting it down?
When we shut it down, we didn't walk away from the problem. We put on our thinking caps and tried to develop a solution that would solve this problem permanently for everybody. We spent 2 or 3 years developing and documenting the solution, and now we're moving into the implementation phase. What we need to do now is build marketable products that the average person can use.
Terrific. Well, thank you so much for coming to Meet the Drapers.
Nice seeing you.
Thanks, guys. So nice to meet you.
One of the great takeaways that I have from this is they're interested in our platform technology. Tim is certainly invested in this space, so this is very top of mind.
You know, I developed a server-based encryption program, which is what led to the whole Snowden litigation in 2013. In 2004, I was 10 years ahead of the curve, and when I started working on this in 2014, I was once again 10 years ahead of the curve. In other words, in another 8 years, 50% of the world is going to be using our technology or something like it.
We're certainly a startup, but we have this very long and storied history that revolved around an important problem.
We're poised to change the world. All we need is the resources to hire the development team to finish building out this platform and bring it to the masses. We like the idea of the fact that we're building a technology by the people for the people, and we like the idea of Republic giving us an opportunity to raise the funds to do it from the people. What the crisis in 2013 taught me is that the way we think about security today doesn't work, and it sent me back to the drawing board to build this next generation.
Well, so what did we all think? Q, what did you start us off?
It's a really interesting idea. You know, we are seeing there's some challenges. They got to standardize their particular protocols and then make sure all the servers talk that protocol, because if you've got only 20% of the people doing this, it's not going to work.
I like how committed they were, because it sounds like they were on a mission to do this. It failed, and back when they were in the school days, they've been on this for a long time. Yeah, and it kept going. So I thought that really got my attention. Hey, these guys are committed, so if you invest in them, you're not going to lose your money because they give up.
Yes. Where you look at it as commitment, I kind of looked at it as like, well, this is the way we're going to go. And so I don't know if that's good. As founders, as culture, I think they could be a little more open, but they also understand this space. And I do think that we need more secure email, but I mean, it's a big undertaking.
I did like their commitment to the mission. And I like that this is one of the big problems. Email is so important. I think giving it the 15-year test, is this thing going to be alive in 15 years, or is it going to be important in 15 years? I did get the viral part of this. This is going to be very viral.
What do you guys think? Do you want to vote for them? Do you like Lavabit? Go to meetthedrapers.com, because we are the only show on television where you can invest in the companies.